Welcome to Beyond the Press Release, a production of AGORACOM, in which we take the time to speak with small cap executives after they put out important news. With us today, because he's got another acquisition being made, Brent Suhan, CEO of Logiq, trades in Canada and the US under LGIQ. For those who are new to the story, this is the AGORACOM of the e-commerce world. Remember, AGORACOM helps small and medium cap sized companies to win the attention of investors. Logiq helps small and medium-sized business compete against mega brands and in e-commerce. And how well are they doing? Well, last year, for the last full financial year, they came out with $37.9 million in revenue. So what they're doing really, really well. This year, they're in line to do about the same in terms of revenue, but gross margin is going to grow from 21% to 34%. So the company's focused on higher margin business. And that's a holy grail of bottom lines. Today we're talking about Logiq signs binding LOI to acquire digital marketing agency Battlebridge. Brent, welcome back, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me, George. Glad to be here.
Hey, so what I love about this acquisition, forget about the numbers, we're going to get to those, but what I liked about it when I read it is this: you collaborated on marketing projects with Battlebridge first before making your decision to acquire them. So tell us about the experience, because it had to be an unbelievable experience for you to say, we got to try and bring these guys under the Logiq umbrella.
It has definitely been a terrific experience working with them. We met them early last summer. We have had a number of conversations. In fact, just to digress, before I talk about that, I have obviously from August, September of last year been talking about our aggressive M&A campaign.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, I've been getting a lot of pointed questions and a lot of flack recently. Where the hell is all of this M&A activity? Well, this is the first of, and there's more to come. It is not an easy process, because you start with a big pipeline, you narrow it down, the ones you like, the ones you love, the ones you get outbid on, and then the ones that come out the other end. Battlebridge is the first. And
yeah, you got to be selective, right? You can't just go out there and just dilute the shareholders or run up debt because you're borrowing money. It's not in this tech world. It's not easy to find it. But by the way, I give you credit here. It's a $3.25 million purchase, ballpark shares in cash, for a company that's going to do $3.8 million in booking and $1.4 million in EBITDA. So you got it at a very reasonable rate for shareholders. What does that say about Logiq that Battlebridge said, hey, we're willing to go out at maybe a smaller multiple because we want to be under the Logiq umbrella?
It actually, it was driven by that very quickly. Just speaking to the experience in working with them, we found very quickly that there is a great dynamic between our teams. And what we heard consistently from the folks on our side was, we really like working with them. They're great at what they do. They're energetic. They're creative, and it brought in a whole new level of digital marketing to us. And what we can do together, I think that the actual forecast will be much better than what we're talking about. But going on to the actual acquisition consideration, they have some experienced talent that has stock market experience over the years. And one of the things they looked at is, where has our share price been and where is it now?
Right.
And they said, look, you just go back to where you were in summer of 2020, and that is a massive win for us.
Yep.
But more importantly, working together, where can we drive this? And so yes, it was roughly two times EBITDA. Incidentally, the multiples of acquisitions in this sector, companies below $10 million, it's 8 to 9 times EBITDA. So yeah, we got them at a great price, but they got a great value too, because they know that we're going to be working to get back to where we were and then some. So yes.
Yeah, and they get their liquidity event without, let's face it, it's incredibly difficult to go public.
It is.
Right, incredibly. So they get to bypass all that. They get to come under the Logiq umbrella. I mean, you've made great moves, because at the beginning I said another acquisition. What I meant was just more more great corporate structuring, because you've already kind of spun out and creating divisions, all that. So I think it's an easy decision to say, I'm going to bypass all that, come under the Logiq umbrella, keep doing the work that I specialize in. And in fact, Brent, it sounds like from what you guys saying, it's from the press release language, you think you can bump up their numbers by coming under the umbrella, right?
Absolutely.
How so?
For cost savings on one hand, economies of scale. They bring in new customers that they do specific things for. Our suite of products and services are being used by those same customers elsewhere. And so being able to say, look, we're doing creatives for you all. We're doing digital marketing for you. We can also do performance marketing. We can also work with you on leads and connecting you to new consumers. We also have our demand side platform, Rebel, which can help you purchase ads on the ad exchanges at full transparency and be able to compete against the big brands on pricing and data. So yeah, there's a lot of excitement there.
These guys, by the way, I love the fact that they're in Tulsa, because it's almost like you discover this great talent pool in the American Midwest, yep. Right? Or at least, central, right in this. It's not Silicon Valley, it's not New York, right? I really like that. But they've actually been featured. I'm gonna read it: Forbes, Huffington Post, Wix, and other leading publications. What is it about these guys? Because digital marketing, it's a pretty common thing now. So to be featured, what is that they're doing so right? What is that they're doing so special that got them featured, and obviously was weighed into the decision for you to buy them?
It is a commoditized industry. There are a lot of people doing it. There's a lot of one-person shops and a lot of big, massive agencies that do it. I think that the short answer to that is what you pointed out. They're in the Midwest. There are a number of brands, local brands, regional brands there that need high quality work, and they don't want to go to Madison Avenue. They don't want to go to the Valley. They don't want to go to Chicago, Toronto. They will. So they desire and deserve local talent that can give them the same type of service and end results that they would find in major metropolitan areas. So I'd say that sums it up.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, it's a great acquisition because we used to be pre-pandemic, especially 10 years ago, you pretty much had to do business in your neck of the woods. And if you're in a big city, it's expensive because, it's hard to find superstars in the American Midwest or even in Colombia or something like that, where you got great, but now I think firms like Battlebridge are just gonna thrive because companies like AGORACOM, GeorgeCom will say, hey, I'll do business with Battlebridge because they'll give me more bang for the buck.
Yeah. And the personal attention as well. When you have a senior executive come in and give you the presentation, and you say, yes, I want to go with these folks. And then you get tasked with, and no offense to junior people starting out, but
yeah.
You get the bait and switch, as they call it. It's no fun. And so the level of attention that you get from people who are experienced, ad, digital marketing, SEO, SEM professionals, they get it there. And that's one thing we noticed. And actually, their whole team are super talented. So we're very.
Hey, we may have to reach out to them. We may have to reach out to them. So why not keep inside the family? So let's talk about M&A. It ended off there. This is the first. What does your pipeline look like for M&A right now, Brent? You got a full pipeline of projects you're looking at? Are there some that are maybe advanced stages? Give us a sense of what your M&A pipeline looks like.
Definitely. We started out and in 2 months, we got to as many as it was over 100 show-ins. We narrowed that down to 60 that we liked.
Wow.
Out of those, it got down to about, it was in the mid-teens that we had to go after them. We got outbid on some. The M&A space is super competitive right now, and there's some big folks out there with cash and big market caps. So yes, it's competitive, but it's about the people. We narrowed that down to 6. Is it possible that you'll see 6 this year? Possible, but I'd say at least 3. And today was the first. We're far enough along.
Yeah, we're mid-February, so you've got a lot of time to add on 2, maybe 3 more.
Well, we don't have a lot of time from the perspective of the world is moving very fast in our sector. So we intend to get these lined up and signed and announced very quickly. So
so it sounds like there's something to come. Like it sounds like you're confident that they're come. You think, and again, I'm not going to pin you down, but I can imagine investors are watching this. They're probably thinking, "Hey, George, ask." You think there might be more activity here in Q1, Q2? Is it? Are we talking imminent, or if you can't answer, you can't. But I'm going to ask you and see if I can pin you down.
We're at Feb 17th now. Q1, we could probably complete in Q1. And just incidentally, I got a comment from a target company just this morning. Their legal counsel said you should have a talk with Brent and his team over at Logiq. Their expectations are too high for law firms to respond and get back with them. And I said, well, we don't have that problem with ours. Our guys get stuff done in 30 minutes to an hour, and they're not fly by night. They are solid. And so
you're cracking. So it sounds like, okay, so if I got to infer, if I put the George business hat on, if you're at a stage where you're talking, where lawyers are talking, I guess the inference is something's really near term. Doesn't guarantee it, but I'm going to draw that inference for everybody watching and listening at home that it sounds like it's something that's coming pretty near term.
Some things.
Brent, thanks for joining us today, man. Great acquisition. Love it. Very accretive. It's going to add to the bottom line. You guys can be able to juice up the numbers for Battlebridge as well, because you brought it to the family, and looking forward, looks like, to have you back, because you're smiling like a Cheshire cat. So looking forward to having you back pretty soon. Hopefully talk about another or another's acquisitions.
Excellent. Thank you. And thanks everyone watching.
For everybody at home, you've been watching or you've been listening to my podcast on Spotify, Google, Apple, your favorite podcast platform. To Brent Suen, CEO of Logiq Inc., trades both in Canada and the US under the stock symbol LGIQ. For those new to the story, but you believe in the future of digital marketing and e-commerce, then you've got to do your due diligence. Get to the AGORACOM profile page to give you a good 1,000-foot overview of the company, and then hop over to Logiq, do your deep dive due diligence. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. See you next time. Hey guys, this video is over, but don't forget to help your company by liking it and even leaving a comment below. And then don't forget to help yourself by subscribing to our channel and never missing another great AGORACOM small cap video.